Do foreign illegal immigrants have rights under the U.S. Constitution? Can a judge order the president, and can the president in turn order a judge? Since there is a separation of powers, does the president have the authority to challenge the Supreme Court? The U.S. Supreme Court's sudden midnight ruling has shocked the nation, as it defies all judicial norms and procedures. First, the court has always adhered to a slow, deliberate approach, delaying decisions whenever possible, preferring afternoon over morning sessions and evening over afternoon ones. Yet this time, the justices acted with unprecedented urgency, like frenzied madmen losing sleep over the matter. What has provoked such reckless haste? The Venezuelans detained in Texas are all illegal immigrants who never should have entered the U.S. They are invaders. Why is the Supreme Court bending over backward to protect them, even abandoning its own protocols? Second, this case originally fell under the jurisdiction of the Fifth Circuit Court. The Supreme Court typically only intervenes after lower courts have ruled and appeals are filed, and even then, it often avoids taking cases. But now, in a stunning breach of protocol, the court has bypassed the Fifth Circuit entirely, seizing the case before any lower court ruling, as if snatching it mid-process. What explains this madness? Are the 7 justices radical leftists hell-bent on flooding America with millions of illegal immigrants until the nation collapses? Third, the plaintiff, the so-called American Civil Rights and Democracy Alliance, is a far-left Democratic Party sham. They claim to represent hundreds of victims, yet only 2 are named in the case. How does this satisfy legal standards? Democrats incessantly accuse Trump of disregarding due process, yet they themselves trample the law while the Supreme Court brazenly enables them. Fourth, the Supreme Court and Democrats insist on granting constitutional rights to illegal immigrants. This raises critical questions. Do foreigners on U.S. soil, especially those here illegally, enjoy constitutional protections? If so, what does that say about a constitution defending invading enemies? If not, why do the court and Democrats peddle this lie? Why deceive the American people? Since Democrats and their activist judges now openly prioritize illegal immigrants over the will of the people, and since the separation of powers prohibits any branch from dominating the others, does the president retain the authority to resist? Today, judges act as de facto presidents, 668 super presidents nationwide, plus 7 ultra super presidents on the Supreme Court. Where does that leave the actual president? Can he exercise his constitutional powers? Can he reject judicial overreach? In short, does the president have the right to uphold the separation of powers? The nation now demands answers. If judges can override presidential authority under the guise of checks and balances, why can't the president countermand judicial orders? Who decreed that local judges outrank the president? By this logic, shouldn't the president, as an equal branch of government, be able to challenge the Supreme Court's rulings, especially its midnight edicts? If the branches are co-equal, why must the president submit unilaterally?